for those of you who don't know, my work is all about connecting in with the wisdom within, connecting in with the ancient part of you that chose to be here in this body at this time on this planet, and what a time we chose to come. Anytime we gather, whether it's in person or virtually like this, I really believe that there is a reason for it. We may or may not ever know what that reason is, but do not underestimate the power of us gathering like this, especially at powerful points in time like now. I'm looking down because I'm seeing all of your amazing comments. Yeah, it really, really is a big time to be on the planet right now. It's a big time to be in our bodies right now. As I've been praying myself over the past few years, as everything has seemed to get noisier and more intense, I keep on receiving two bits of guidance. The first one is plant yourself here. Invite your soul to come all the way in, right down to the cells, right down to the ends of your feet, to the tips of your fingertips, and really invite the soul to be here, to connect. Be like the mountain in that card, and really bring the soul into the physical, into your body. The second thing that I keep on receiving from my guides is this phrase, which is, we each hold a thread for the healing of humanity. Do not underestimate the one that you are carrying. Right now, there's so much noise. There's always been so much external noise, and many of us were taught to really follow the external voices outside of ourselves over the wisdom within. Now, I have dedicated my life to supporting people to listen to that inner voice, listen to that wisdom within. I believe that our soul is always calling us every moment of every single day. And if we are bold enough to do what I call doing the flip, so instead of living from our head, we live from our soul. We are daring enough to live a soul-led life. Now, this doesn't mean that you ignore your mind. This doesn't mean you ignore what other people say. This doesn't mean that you necessarily ignore what your body thinks. Not at all. It's all intrinsic. But what I want to invite you to consider doing is to flip the narrative, in that instead of doing what most people were taught to do, which is do what everyone says to do, like the expected thing, work really hard, do the career, have the particular relationship, and, do everything that they say to do. Instead, cultivate some kind of practice where you are like this card, you are the mountain, unshakable, unwavering, because you are connected to a wisdom beyond your years, connected to a holding, a sacredness that is beyond what anyone can influence you in. And so this is really what I'm inviting us to do today, to embrace this opportunity that we have with us being together in this quite powerful, auspicious time astrologically, and to use it as an opportunity as we are approaching on the eve of the eclipse to listen, to go within, to see what has been hidden, which is wanting to be revealed. These times that we're living in, it's so easy to be like, Mercury retrograde, or, oh my gosh, what are the stars doing to me, or whatever. But really, what I deeply believe is that we are part of nature. Our soul is part of nature. Anything happening in the cosmos is part of nature. And so anything happening in the cosmos is happening within us too. We are connected through our soul, through our body, to the intelligent pulse of life. That same intelligence that tells the flowers when to bloom, the seasons when to come and go, the moon to wax and wane, the whole planet to spin, exists within us too. Now, we have been living for way too long, so many of us, disconnected from this intelligent pulse, listening to the noise outside of ourselves, and not living in a way that honors the land, that honors that intelligent pulse of life. We have been attempting to bend the world to our own motives and to our own will. But when we do that, we disconnect from the very thing that connects us to our soul, us to each other, and us to the earth. Every single one of us has within us a connection point to, and for some, you might need to go further back than others, but we all have ancient, sacred, indigenous wisdom teachings, which are connected to the sacredness of the earth within our ancestral lineages. I believe that the ache that so many of us feel is that disconnection from that intelligent pulse of life, which means disconnection from nature, disconnection from the wisdom within, and hence disconnection from each other. There are two ways that we can mend that. First of all, we can dedicate a certain amount of time each day. It can literally be 5 minutes to tending to the sacred relationship within. I call it connecting with our soul. And I have a process I'll share you through, which is so simple in a moment, called the 3 steps to living a soul-led life. And, so many of us have not been tending to this relationship, but it never goes away. Our soul is the ancient part of us. It has been growing through time and space. It is way older and wiser than our years. It existed before we drew our first breath, and it will continue on after we exhale our last. If anyone has been privileged enough to see a newborn when they have arrived, like in the first hours or days or even weeks, you will have experienced this, where this being, which is, has had no life experience really, you enter the room and you can feel and sense the bigness of their soul, of their presence. I have 2 kids, and they're 2 and 5. And, I've dedicated myself to living a soul-led life and studying the journey of the soul. And I have had many mystical experiences where I've seen the gates of life. I have regressed to before the moment of my birth. I've experienced past lives. This has been my area of fascination. But the 2 experiences that have changed my and deepened my understanding of the soul more than anything is witnessing the birth of my 2 babies and seeing them arrive, and just how fully unique they were at the moment of their birth. And you were exactly the same as that. Every single one of us were. It blows my mind how different they were as well. And maybe if you've experienced a baby in your life, whether it's through your direct family or a friend, I'm sure you've experienced that as well. Yeah, Angela, you're a doula birth coach. Oh wow, what an amazing experience to have. The other experience that blew my mind was when my dearest friend Blair suddenly passed away. I got the news that he was very unexpectedly, he fell into a coma. We had no idea that was going to happen. We didn't even know he was unwell. And so I was in London and he was in Australia. I got on the plane, and as I was flying over the Middle East, I felt his presence on me. I felt him kiss me, And it was like this physical presence. And I felt myself cloaked around him, and I knew that he was gone. I ended up landing, and I really felt this intimate connection with him, like as if I could feel and sense his presence, his spirit, even though he had left this form. And a couple of days later, I went to see his body, and even with everything that I had dedicated my life to, and I would have told you 100% that I truly believe that the soul lives on, the soul is eternal. I totally believed that through and through. But nothing prepared me for when I saw his body without his soul there. I could not believe how the essence of him, everything that made him him, was not there. It had gone elsewhere. And yet I could feel this intimate connection with him. And I almost laughed out loud at the shock of how our bodies really are this transient vehicle for us, and what an extreme privilege it is to be able to have that container, to be contained in a body. And it's the name of my latest book, Your Soul Had a Dream, Your Life is It. This time we are living in is not an easy time to live in. It is filled with so much confusion, so much fear, so many different things. And at the same time, it is also filled with so much sweetness, so much ecstasy, so much joy, so much bliss. And I really, really want to invite you to feel into that part of you that chose to be here now, in this body, at this time, on this planet. I believe we come here in teams, in waves, and that all of us that are here right now really did choose to be here at this time, to be part of what I believe could be a possible rebirth for humanity. There's this concept of a new earth, and I love that book, and I have no issue with the concept. But the phrase a new earth, I have been not using so much anymore, because what I've realized is we don't need a new earth. We need to birth a new humanity. The earth is ancient and wise, and it will go on beyond us. And I do believe that so many of us came here in waves. We came here to be here now, to be part of this possible rebirth for humanity. And I know with all of the chaos and the astrological intensity that we're feeling, particularly now in between eclipses, it can feel like, this pressure. But what if it was actually part of the codes of nature and codes of life? If anyone has given birth, and I know we had a doula and midwife there before, but we have all been born ourselves. We've all experienced birth ourselves, and so we know it in ourselves. It's the most natural thing in the world, and it's one of two initiations that we will all experience. We have all experienced. And the thing about birth is that you experience contractions if you give birth in that traditional sense. And what happens is the contractions come and you contract and then you expand, contract and then expand, contract and then expand. These are the laws of birth. These are the laws of rebirth. We are all part of a potential rebirth for humanity. And the way that I think that we are to navigate our way through this is twofold. First of all, trust that your soul knows the way. Now, your way will be different from my way, which will be different from Betty's way, which will be different from Alia's way, which will be different from Sheila's way, which will be different from Elizabeth's way. We did not come here to fit in. Do not dim your light in order to fit in. And it's so important right now that we don't lose ourselves in the noise around us, in the chaos around us, that we are the mountain, that we be the mountain, like that card I pulled before, and we go in. So Artemis, how do we know the way? The way we know the way is by tending to the relationship with the wisdom within. And I call that your soul. So I have 3 steps to living a soul-led life, which are very, very simple, but do not underestimate the power of them. So step 1 is connect. Connect with your soul through some kind of practice. So this could be meditation, it could be chanting, it could be dancing, it could be walking in nature. It could also be through doing something that lights you up. So for me, what lights me up is creating beauty. For me, what lights me up is surrounding myself with flowers. For me, what lights me up is dancing. What lights you up? Art, perfect. What lights me up is chanting. What lights you up? So step 1 is connect with your soul through some kind of practice, or following what lights you up. Drumming, being of service, singing, art, nature, lots of singing, breath work, perfect, animals, wonderful. Step 2 is listen to your soul. So we heard Colette talk just before around about journaling. So I have a form of journaling which I call soul inquiry, where it's a journaling prompt effectively. And I've got 2 that I'm going to share with you that you can use. So step 1, connect with your soul. Step 2, listen to your soul through soul inquiry or journaling. So the 2 soul inquiry prompts are, what is your soul calling you to do? 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 And another one is, which we touched on just before, is what would light you up today? What would light you up today? Because here's the thing. There's no point trying to light up the world if you are not tending to your own inner light first. When we follow what lights us up, 2 things happen. We find ourselves living a soul-led life because we're lit up by it. This golden thread, the destiny of our life appears before us. It's just like following your joy, following your passions, following what lights you up. All the details along the way are taken care of. If you follow what lights you up, act on it. Follow what lights you up, act on it. What is your soul calling you to do? Your soul is connected to the intelligent pulse of life. You are a weaver of the collective web. If you listen to your soul each day and ask it one simple question, what's your soul calling you to do? What's your soul calling you to do today? It is extremely powerful, and what you are doing in that moment is you're tapping into the intelligence that is connected to the whole intelligence of life. But what's unique about it is you're connecting with it through the lens of your soul, which is unique. And so that's how your path and purpose appears before you. And then the 3rd step is inspired action. So let's say, and the prompt here is, what is one baby step I can take today to act on the call? So it's like one small thing. So let's say that someone share me what your soul is calling you to do. or something that would light you up today. So Bianca, going back to Sedona for meditation. Perfect. So your baby step would be something that is going to take literally no more than 5 minutes. So it could be, your baby step would not be to go to Sedona. Your baby step would be, I'm going to book my hotel, or I'm going to find a possible weekend for me to go and check with my husband or whoever that there's no conflicts, and just like choose the weekend. That would be the baby step. So the baby step is something that is so doable that you can't not act on it. So step 1, connect with your soul through some kind of practice or following what lights you up. Step 2, listen to your soul. What is your soul calling you to do? What would light you up today? Receive a message from your soul. Step 3 is take some inspired action. My teachers taught me all of the intuition in the world is absolutely pointless unless we act on it. It is actually really frustrating to receive intuition and not act on it. Because what is the point? What is the point? We have to, our soul had a dream, our life is it. We chose to be here in the physical. Do the flip, connect with your soul. What is my soul calling me to do today? Don't try and figure out every single step along the way. What is one little baby step I can take to act on it, to embody my soul today? This is, from my experience, the secret to living a soul-led life. This is, from my experience, the secret to stepping onto the path of our destiny, our soul path, our life purpose, our soul mission. And each of us has the access to listen to that intelligent voice within. And when we do, our path will be revealed for us. We each hold a thread for the healing of humanity. Do not underestimate the one that you are holding. I really believe that if more and more of us turn our gaze within and be led from within and then take inspired action, we can really be part of this rebirth for humanity. So place your hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And I just want you to close your eyes for a moment. I'm going to go into readings in a second, but I just want us all to just land here together. Acknowledge where you are. Invite your soul to come all the way into your body. Notice the sensations in your body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. In the center of your heart, imagine a beautiful flower. Invite that flower to open petal by petal, revealing a light in the middle. This light is your soul, your ancient self. Invite it to step forward now. Acknowledge the nature spirits and spirits of the land and custodians and keepers of the land where you are, known and unknown. If you know them by name, whisper them, acknowledge them now. I'm here in Glastonbury, known as the ancient Isle of Avalon, with the healing waters here, and so they say it's the heart chakra of the world, and so I'm really wanting to share that with you now. Imagining us all in circle, in all corners of the planet, sensing the person on your left, acknowledging them for being here, encouraging them, sending them peace and love. And with your next breath, seeing if you can receive This peace, encouragement, witnessing, and love from the person on your right. Or feeling the connection and really embracing this group container. This is a container that we're in. So many amazing speakers are going to be guiding you today and over the next couple of days. And at this powerful time, just really embracing this opportunity to go within, to listen, and let our souls reveal to us our unique path. What is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul calling you to do? What is your soul calling you to do? And what is one little baby step you can take to act on that today? Bite size, really, really simple and basic. Might be calling a friend, might be meditating tomorrow morning, might be posting a letter, just trusting what comes. And thanking yourself for being here and caring enough to be part of this collective change at this time. And feeling the community and the support of this circle, 50,000 of us. And the energy that we are co-creating together, the peace that we are co-creating together. Thanking person on your left and the person on your right for being here now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Opening your eyes, stretching. Amazing. All right. Thank you for being here with me. I would love to do some readings now. I've got all of my decks here, not my new one because that's being printed, but I'm going to see if I can get through them. So I am ready if anyone would like a reading. I believe you put your hand up. But really, truly, I just want to thank you so much for being here and wanting to do this work. It is not straightforward. There is so much that is being revealed right now, and I'm just grateful that you're here with me at the same time. We need each other. All right, first reading. Christina. Hi, Christina. I can't hear Christina. So I can't hear Christina, but I have your card, Christina. So your card here, it's from the Work Your Light Oracle, which is my first oracle and is my most popular one, I think. It's actually the Pleiades card, which is the star group. And Pleiades are all about, they came here in waves. And so what this says to me is that you have what I would call a double mission. You're here to grow as an individual soul, but you're also part of this collective healing for humanity. Pleiades are all about sharing their voice, sharing creations, transmitting information. So what I would say to you is, what is it that you feel called to share, whether it's publicly or just in groups? What is it that you're being called to share? There's a beautiful blue like energy that comes with Pleiades, and it really is what I'm feeling with this is that there is more that is wanting to come through you. It's like there's like a I'm wanting you to consider doing things. I don't know if you do intuitive work or healing work in any way, but what I'm seeing is like they're wanting to open up the space for the information to come in. So it's like some practical things for you to do for more to come. But like there's more to come, there's more to come, there's more to come is what they're showing me.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot I want to learn. Like I have been learning and taking different courses, but yeah, I'm definitely continuing on with the education. Yeah.
Education, yeah. Well, I sense that there's maybe you're continuing to learn, but then there's something it wants to come the other way as well of you sharing what you have learned. Are you doing that at the moment?
I am actually developing a few programs. So everything is still in the works. But yeah, I was actually thinking about opening up my own business and teaching.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm just getting the container. It's about the container needs to widen, like, because there's lots that's coming in, and it's like about like getting that foundation right, I just keep saying this container, it needs to be bigger than what you're thinking is what they're saying.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to start small with a couple little things, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you can start small, 100%. Do whatever is going to make you feel confident, and to build it up. But it's like I feel like the foundations are widening.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So next up, we are going to go to Lon. Okay, Lon. Trying to see where Lon is. Where is Lon? So, okay. So Lon, hi Lon.
Hi.
You got a wonderful card. I love this one. It's from the Healing Waters Oracle. And this is plunge. It's like dive in. It's like full body quench into the water. Don't hold back. It's time. Go for it. Dive in. There is no question about this card. It's just like, you know, it reminds me of like kids in the pool, you know, they just like, they don't even care about whether it's cold outside or what's happening. If they've got their sun cream on, it's just, let's go right in now. You came here to fully live, to fully experience it. It's like full throttle. Yes, yes, yes. So is there something that you were, that you are diving into or questioning or?
Absolutely. I feel like my entire life has sort of come to this time now when I'm completely changing it. So I feel like I'm already diving into it. I'm completely changing what I do every day, and I'm loving it. Like I'm really enthralled by it. Although I would like some guidance on certain things with my my son, for instance. I don't know how to dive into that.
Well, what I'm getting for you is that it's actually about you focusing on your joy, so it exudes out from you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you being so, and I can feel this about you. Like I am not saying you're not doing this already, but there's this like energy that will exude and is exuding from you that I just want you to do more and more of. So, you know, we were talking about follow what lights you up. We were talking about like connecting in with your soul, connecting in with like the life force, the joy, amidst things going on, and that being something that is like transmitting outside of you. So that's what I'm getting. And because, you know, like with a relationship, often we feel like, and I totally get it. I've been there on all sides where it's like, oh, I just really want to do more. I feel like there's work for me to do and I need to fix something. But when we get into that energy, it's like there's a problem, and like it's like the defense, you know what I mean? Whereas I'm just really seeing how, and I keep on, there's a card in the Rose Oracle that I'm seeing. I haven't pulled it because I don't have that deck out at the moment, but it's the second bloom. It's like the rebirth, like it's like a whole second life. And I think with your son, there is this opportunity for a second bloom. But it's like doing things in a different way with him. And I just keep getting like being the sunshine, being in the joy, like exude is what I'm hearing. So I hope that's helpful.
Right. That does certainly help, because I tend to keep it within myself.
Right. Yeah. And so a perfect practice for you would be like emanating. Like, how can you emanate it? You know, it's very different. It reminds me of, I've got this meditation called Come to Me, which is based on, it's a form of manifestation. We're not going to do it now because it's eclipse, so you don't do that type of stuff during eclipses, but I'll tell you how to do it. If you think about a rose, right? You know, in full bloom in the summer, it is there. It's just like so glorious, so sensual, so just dripping with nectar. It doesn't go running around trying to like entice the bee or fix the bee or, you know, think that there's something wrong with it. It just is like, I am the nectar. You know, it exudes that life force. It exudes that beauty. It's like lit from within. And I genuinely think you're doing this already, but it's like just turning up the dial with it. And so it's like, imagine yourself like the rose exuding, or imagine yourself like the sun exuding, rather than feeling like, and I get it when we've got a difficult relationship, it's like, oh, I need to run around for that one. But it's like, no. Hold the center and radiate from there. That's what I'm getting for you.
That's amazing. Beautiful. Because I pulled the card, turn up your radiance.
Oh, no way. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Well, I think I could do with a little. Thank you so much. Well, I think that's a beautiful message for us all, for this time in history that we're living in, to really work out how can we embrace the sweetness and the joy, the ecstasy, as well as the challenges, especially when we're going through challenges. I think this is such an invitation. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's been such a privilege.